Love to play first. What does this hand do? It doesn't really do much, right? I guess it has 2 Cunning Wishes in it. I have these redraws, but then this doesn't work. There's 2 Cunning Wishes keepable. This is probably keepable against most fair decks. Like, unfortunately, we can't know what type of deck my opponent is playing before we get started, so. If you enjoy solving puzzles, why do you hate Dredge? Spanish Inquisition is a fun puzzle solver. We technically can't turn 2 Cunning Wish because these interplay tapped. Storm is 2. Storm is 3. Pass the turn here. Yeah, I have 2 finals appearances from opens. Might just crack these bubbles. I probably should have done this during their upkeep so I could know what their top card was going to be. Is the opponent Brian David Marshall? I have no idea. Mishra's Factory. Alright, so something fair. Just gonna draw some more cards here. 3 fresh ones coming. Probably land still with the Mishra's Factory. Another Cunning Wish is actually pretty bad for us. Alright, so I'm going to play this. Discard this Tolaria West. And then I can play this Lotus Petal, and then we can Cunning Wish during their end step. Because this turns on my Mox Opal. And then if we rip a land next turn, we can cast Ad Nauseam. What's going on, JW? Yeah, catching us for our last league of the day. No, I changed the title. Twitch doesn't automatically refresh the title in your browser as a heads up. You have to reload your page. Ad Nauseam here. Nah, Ad Nauseam is fine. It's fine. He'll be okay, I promise. Alright, so that's like not the stone worst draw. It means we can cast this Ad Nauseam next turn. It also means that I can use this next Cunning Wish to go get a Flusterstorm, and then next turn if I draw an untapped mana source, I can have Ad Nauseam with Flusterstorm up. I think you should get to use microphone. Use your words. You're not one of my toddlers. You have words, I promise. You should get a new microphone because why not transmute it for a Boseiju? Huh. It's a good line. Wouldn't have mattered because this is happening. Alright, I guess I'm just going to get Flusterstorm, right? I'm just Flusterstorming this Thoughtseize. Yeah, getting Boseiju would have been a good line. I could see into the future and knew my opponent was going to rip a Thoughtseize. This is probably a matchup we need a, what's it called in? A, Chalice. Sure. Is there something that's not clear on my microphone? Like, my microphone is almost brand new. Let's through too much noise. There's literally, like, at this current point in time, there's literally no other noise in the room. It's literally just me talking. It's literally just me talking. The mic is fine. Yeah, good. Okay, God bless. All right. Now I no longer feel bad for banning them. All right, so they probably have a bunch of disruption in their hand, which is not great for us. An actual factual counterspell on top of their deck. So I guess we're going to use this Cunning Wish to get another Flusterstorm, probably. Rent a recording. I can't even rent a studio that's child-free. Come on now. So if I hit a... that's a tilt. I wonder if it'd take me off the Maze or the West. What would it be without the demons? It's a good question. It'd be sad, right? Lotus Petal. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Just too much disruption. Alright, let's board out these Grapeshots and board in some Flusterstorms here. Yeah, I think they just have too much going on. Actually cut Engineered Explosives, probably. We needed a Chalice to be in that game, it felt like. I probably don't need Tabernacle, right? Leave the EE in just in case. I mean, I don't think it really mattered what we did. I think our opponent just had way too much time to get set up, and we didn't have any disruption in the form of Chalice, and we didn't have our land combo in the way of what we were doing. I think the big mistake was not transmuting the second Tolaria West for a Boseiju. I think that's what should have happened. I think that was the... They ended up having the Thoughtseize for the Ad Nauseam, so, like, maybe it didn't matter. It's a Magic Online set. Or do you mean in general? Damn, I got through so many donation decks today. Down to... Is this the third or the fourth? This is the fourth, right? Blew through a few of them. They're easy to get through when we go through the leagues. Been a rough day. I guess we 4-1 to the first modern one, right? Down to 7 lists. Let's start with something else to figure out what we want to do tomorrow morning. We'll play one of the fair decks tomorrow. Sandez Chalice for 1-on-1. Sign me up. Boop. 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 We played Grixis Shadow. Believe it or not, Grixis Shadow is really good. Oh, this is a mistake. I'm supposed to do this on their turn, because now they can Thoughtseize that card out of my hand that I'm about to draw. Big pop-up bunts. Alright, not punish, because they can't Thoughtseize that. Yeah, we played the good deck and won easily. It was strange. This is Land Nauseam, Nick. Our Chalice would be great. Again, pass the turn here. Want to use this on their turn, so that way I can have one less card in my hand they can Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's a good point, Wub. You gain a little bit more value that way. It also makes the much better against Thoughtseize. Get rid of their discard pile. I'm gonna hold these two for now. I'm gonna play this out. I don't want to get this discarded, I don't think. Gets us closer to making the Mox Opal work. Yeah, the person in chat, because then like we'd have a Lotus Petal right now, which means this would be active. So this deck doesn't really have a main game plan. It's got like 3 sub-game plans, and you hope that one of them is good enough to get there usually. I don't think any of them are going to be good enough to get here to this time. We could draw just like naturally hit the land combo, I suppose. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Just move on. Move on to the next one. I missequenced my early turn there a little bit, but they had lots of stuff going on up there. Legacy and Modern are people that are just... Legacy and Modern are formats where people just, like, play whatever they want. So, like, whenever someone's like, oh, someone still plays X, it's like, we play against Hypergenesis today, right? Like, I play a lot of Legacy online, and that's not a deck that I've played against in probably a calendar year. Just, like, people just, like, decide that they want to play their sweet thing, and that's what they do. Yeah, the Hypergenesis deck seems sweet. That's why you need a mobile data plan that lets you tether your phone. Was it Eureka Hypergenesis? I have no idea. We didn't see any Eurekas. Probably not. Other people meme, weird, right? There's non-Delver decks online? Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. I mean, you could definitely rebuild and play. You'll set lots of dollars on fire while doing so. Magic Online is not cheap. There's a reason why I use the internet to bankroll our memeing here on stream. I would go broke. We'd have to take a second mortgage out on the house if I paid for my own memeing. And God bless all of y'all and MTGO traders. It's fine. Like, not exciting, but fine. Quarian Ranger. Alrighty, we're just gonna slide this guy out there on 1. These are my explosives. My explosives are amazing. Yep. Alright, well, We're possibly comboing them as early as next turn. Not this next turn, but 2 turns from now, basically. Let's go ahead and play this Underground Sea out and pass the turn here. So we can cast Cunning Wish at end step, and then we'll play 3rd land, have 4 or 5 cast Ad Nauseam. We're going to 17 here. There's 19 converted mana costs in our deck. We've drawn 3, so there'll be 16 left. So if we only take 2 here, we'll be able to combo guaranteed next turn. Right? That math works out. 19 converted mana cost. We've drawn 3. That leaves 9, 14, 16 left. Yep, sounds good. Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so like Neely D and Solver, you are myself, people that cash money out of Magic Online, you are the exception to the rule. Trust me when I say that not everyone, the people that aren't cashing money out of Magic Online aren't talking about the amount of money they spend on Magic Online. Not by definition, not everyone is infinite. It's just like that's not how infinite works. All right, so we play this, use this for this, we use this. All right, so how this works now is we get to draw our entire deck. Everybody, can I get some buckle up emotes in chat while we click through this? Come on, subs, you're slacking. Subs, I need some buckle up emotes here. Come on, work with me. We get to draw our entire deck because we only have 16 converted mana cost worth of cards left in our deck that have converted mana costs. Here we go. There we go. Good job, subs. We draw everything. And then we could kill our opponent in one of 2 ways once we draw everything. One of these days I'm going to miscount and we're going to kill ourselves with an Ad Nauseam, but until that day comes, the memes are alive. So now we just cast all of these zeros. And then we cast a Grapeshot, and it'll be glorious. So we literally draw our entire deck. These are my eggs are amazing. These are my eggs are amazing. Storm count is 10. Storm count's 11. Keep this one. Lead with Chalice on 0. That's some quality advice. I did not see the Doomsday list at 5-0'd. Doomsday was like bad when it had Sensei Stop, and now it's worse, right? Generating storm count. We can also kill our opponent by casting Cunning Wish and getting Lightning Storm. Yeah, the legacy challenges are very good value. The challenge event, and everything except the modern challenge is good value. The modern challenge is not good value because, what's it called? They get to, so we now have 19 Storm, Grapeshot, target you. Rich Shade, top 32 to the what? Yeah, yep. Need a little less consistency. All right, so elves. Engineered explosives is probably fine. Our Chalice of the Voids are good. What are some of these lands that we don't need against elves? We don't need Karakas. We don't need Bojuka Bog. So cut those, bring in these extra 2 engineered explosives. So one of the things you want to think about when you're boarding with this deck is that you can't board in too many cards out of here. A lot of our board is a wish package. And you just don't want to board in too many converted mana cost of cards, because then you're not going to be able to Ad Nauseam for your entire deck consistently. How are we doing? We're doing swell cardboard clacking. We're closing out the league this evening with some land Nauseum. We are 0-1 in this league, but we're up a game in this match. Who keeps this hand? I'm going to keep this hand. It's got a Chalice for 1 and a Tabernacle. And your Urborg too. Alright, well I'm just going to play Tabernacle out and then pass the turn. And then next turn I'll go Urborg Chalice. Maybe I should have played some of my Dorkos out. You change anything about Legacy other than banning Death Diamond? I would get rid of Gitaxian Probe as well. I think Gitaxian Probe's a silly card. That's kind of funny. Do they have for 1 green? They have a crop rotation? Okay. Alright, so I get getting kind of punished for having not done other stuff. I could have played this on 1 burning my Lotus Petals, but I think I want to holding Lotus Petals is right here. I don't know that Probe is more problematic, but it's just like not very interesting. So like now this Gaia's Cradle pays for all of their little green creatures. We'll get to Wasteland them off of that next turn, which will hopefully result in many of their little green creatures dying. You see Legacy Tron in the near future. So right now, I have so many donation deck lists built up, Ginger Cakes, that I don't think we're going to be playing any meme decks that aren't on the list. Got kind of a backlog that's built up. Yep, correct. I'm aware. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I can just play, well, we're definitely playing these, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. Deathray Shaman equals broken, Probe is unfun and annoying. It's a great summary. Yeah, I just Wasteland this Cradle, right? And then I can draw 2 extra cards here. I think I want to just Cunning Wish this turn, right? And then if I hit another mana source next turn, I can likely kill them with Ad Nauseam. No, I need to hit 2 mana sources. I guess they're kind of nipping away at my health total here. Maybe I should have played the EE. I don't know. Oh, why would they do that? That seems really bad in the face of Tabernacle. They must have another Cradle in their hand, right? This, like, has to be a Cradle in hand. That's the only reason they'd fetch a Dryad Arbor. Because it's gonna eventually... Deathray Shaman, I don't know if... Yeah, Deathray Shaman stifles diversity in the format is a big part of the problem. You don't have a Cradle. Okay, interesting. Maybe you're hoping to draw a Cradle? Getting a land that... Yes, I agree, Fro. Getting a land that makes negative mana is certainly ambitious. Alright, pick up some extra cards here. If we hit the right series of draws, we can combo next turn. Need like an Ancient Tomb here, or something that makes fast mana. We get 3 draw steps, so land plus fast mana, basically. Hey! Hey! And just to confirm, we're at 18. I've drawn exactly 1 Cunning Wish. So we get to combo them guaranteed here. So drawing my entire deck costs a small amount of mana, or a small amount of health. It costs me, there's 19. I've drawn 3, so it costs me 16 health here. You're hungry, wife. You should order takeout. I've probably got another 45 minutes in this league, and then I'll be done for the night. Yeah, we can Cunning Wish for Flusterstorm, or Cunning Wish for something of our own. So when we go off, we have enough mana that we can Cunning Wish for stuff. So that's one of the advantages of leaving the Grapeshot in. CG coverage, it is just good deck building, really. Hey, Forgotten Glory with the very generous $9.99 a month subscription. There you go, Christy. Buy yourself some takeout with the new sub money. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Whoa, Magic Online's locking up because opponent's seen enough. All right, sweet. We're one in one now with the Ad Nauseam. Thank you very much, Forgotten Glory, and thank you to everyone that's hanging out here tonight. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching, but you're choosing to spend your time here while we play some Ad Nauseam. Hey, Jeff, just wanted to let you know I found you through your YouTube while doing some research on the current standard metagame. You've become my favorite MTG content producer. Thank you for telling it like it is and being awesome all around. Well, I'm glad you enjoy my sometimes abrasive personality. I'm kind of blunt, and I appreciate that people can appreciate that. So thanks for the support, and thanks for being here. I'm glad you enjoy the Magic content. If you're enjoying what you see, you should do like Forgotten Glory and consider subscribing on Twitch. Subscriptions are what keep me going. They allow me to spend more time doing stuff like this and less time doing other things so I can buy my wife dinner. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. We love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. At any rate, we are into our third match of this league with this Land Nauseum deck. What a hand that's only possible in Legacy. We have in front of us here a 4-lander that only has 1 mana producing land in it. Only 1 mana producing land in it. We need to feed Declan. Declan does require a lot to eat. You're not wrong. So Navi Stabber, if I recall, is the person we played against earlier who was playing the Hypergenesis deck. We're about to get turned 1 by Hypergenesis. Not playing Hypergenesis anymore. Could be Infect. This hand's actually pretty good against Infect, right? I think I'm just going to Tabernacle them on 1, right? Just go like Knackle into some bubbles. This is the person that was playing the Hypergenesis list earlier. They just commented that they had the stream on in the background, and they just closed it while our match started. I told them to DM me the Hypergenesis list because the deck seems sweet. All right, during my opponent's upkeep, I'm gonna look at the top card of their deck as well as a random card in their hand. Again, you want to make sure that you're doing this on your opponent's turn, so that way the extra cards, ooh, Savannah. They could be a Maverick style deck. Maverick's actually Maverick's a very hard matchup for this deck because they have Wasteland to interact with our land combo access, and they have Hate Bears to interact with our Storm combo access. So this is probably a tougher matchup for us. Okay, so we get to draw 3 cards this turn. Another reason this matchup is difficult is because Chalice of the Void doesn't really do anything in this matchup, which is unfortunate for us. I think I'm going to play this. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I'm just going to pass the turn here. So one of the ways this deck is able to win games consistently is that usually whatever your opponent is playing is kind of weak to like one of our axes of attack. Either it's a deck that gets hosed by Chalice of the Void, or it's a deck that gets hosed by our Storm type combo, or it's a deck that gets hosed by our land combo. And the opponent's deck can pretty consistently interact with multiple of those. If we hit another piece of fast mana here, this Dark Depths could combo next turn potentially. That's Ancient Tomb. Okay, so I'm going to play this Ancient Tomb out, I think. And then if I could Cunning Wish at end of turn. And if I hit on my Cunning Wish, and if I hit an Urborg next turn, I could potentially Storm kill them with the Ad Nauseam that I get off of the Cunning Wish, right? Are they letting both their creatures die here? They might be green sending for Teague this turn. They might be green sending for Teague this turn. Oh, you know what? I should have played a Chalice out, right? I was so caught up in maybe using the Cunning Wish. I should play the Chalice because it stops Swords to Plowshares, right? I should have played the Chalice because it stops Swords to Plowshares, is what should have happened here. Alright, well now I'm committed to this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And go get this. In case we rip an Urborg here. Some Underground Sea. Well, no, I was setting up for Merit Liege this turn. But now I'm going to take a turn off to play this. So that way when I Merit Liege next turn, it doesn't die to a plow. I don't have the mana to Ad Nauseam, Sothri. It's not about having the health to Ad Nauseam. It's about having the mana to Ad Nauseam. I don't have double black. I need black 3. So if I would have played this out last turn instead of doing the Cunning Wish, I would have just played the Dark Depths and gone for the combo this turn. But now my opponent's going to have an extra shot at drawing Wasteland here, which kind of sucks for us. Definitely a misplay on my part. Not identifying or remembering that we need to play around Swords to Plowshares here. Interesting. So they're setting up some kind of green sun for 3 here, it looks like. Lost in a Maze here. Yeah, most of our lands don't make mana, correct. That's why I said if we drew explicitly Urborg, we could be okay. And there's a Knight of the Reliquary. So that means, again, I gave my opponent this extra turn, and now this extra turn let them set up Knight of the Reliquary, which means that I actually can't win the game anymore because... I lost this game because I didn't... Well, no, the problem is this gets Karakas or it gets Wasteland at this point. Is the issue. So if I would have played the Chalice the previous turn, 2 turns ago, then I could have Dark Depths them last turn and killed them this turn, so. Thanks, Black Ice Skier, I appreciate that. Glad to have you live. Good to know you like the YouTube stuff. So we'll see what they do here. We might be able to induce our opponent to make a mistake, and I guess even if they're not making a mistake, they're not dealing damage to me just yet, right? We didn't pay for the Batterskull. Okay, so we're paying for the Knight. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a chance. They could mess this up. Always, your opponent messing up is always an out. Oh, I do have Abrupt Decay in my board. Unfortunately, it's not castable, right? I need some of my fast mana to cast it. Fatigue, yep. Alright, my opponent didn't mess up. We're dead. So, we would have won that game on the back of Dark Depths had I... So again, this matchup is terrible, but we would have won that game on the back of Dark Depths had I sequenced correctly. Alright, I think this is a... Yeah, they got Godek though, so it just doesn't do anything. Just no outs at that point. Engineered Explosives is very good in this matchup. Boseiju doesn't do anything. That's all I want to do. Again, you don't want to board up on too many converted mana costs. Possibly, I'd have to see the list, Sage Phoenix. Maybe. I mean, like, they're not guaranteed to have a Knight or a Wasteland that turn, Mikey. They have to have it. So, like, I think making my opponent have one of those two reverses swords. Okay, I guess that's like 8 versus 4. Yeah, maybe it's better to just go for it. I don't know. Yeah, we're playing against Maverick, which I mentioned when we started. It's a pretty bad matchup for this deck because their hate pieces are able to just, like, interact with us on so many different levels. Usually we're able to get some amount of freebies, but the opponent's deck is just very well positioned against what we're doing. And now I'm intentionally doing this so I draw the card here, because if we draw Cunning Wish, I want to be able to Cunning Wish this turn. Mother of Runes. Tolaria West doesn't really do anything for me. Might as well play this out so it doesn't die to... doesn't run into a Thalia. If we just rip Ad Nauseam naturally, we can get them next turn. Meddling Mage, that's rude. Wow, they have Meddling Mage too? His matchup's miserable. Alright, we could still rip Ad Nauseam and kill them since they named Cunning Wish. There's one of those in our deck. And play this out on X's 2. Kind of keeps their hate bears in check, gets it out proactively around Tertiglesworth. Tertiglesworth is a rude dude for those of you that have never met him before. Yeah. Maverick's mostly fallen off the map. We played a little bit of Maverick on stream as a donation deck list. It just feels really terrible right now. The Maverick used to be able to prey on decks like Delver because they used to be able to lock them off of mana, but because Delver has access to cards like, what's the word I'm searching for? Deathrite Shaman now, they're just not able to lock them out of the game anymore. It's a Knight of the Reliquary, probably. Yep. Another Bauble. Again, blowing that on my turn. That one, they probably don't have discard, and two, if I had a Cunning Wish, I want to play it. We're just lads playing some Nausea, yep. This Deathrite Shaman card is decent. Not the first. I used to love Modern unconditionally until my opponent stopped letting me play it. Raging Yoshi with the 4-month subscription. Thank you and welcome back. I appreciate that. We're just gonna get Wasteland out of this game, right? We're pretty done here. Alrighty. We can 1 and 2. See if we can round out this league better than... We had engineered explosives on 2. You could use that to kill the meddling mage. This technically plays Chalice for 1-on-1. Technically it plays Chalice for 1-on-1. I think I'd rather just play 2 Moxes rather than play a land here. Although I guess the Boseiju's probably pretty good, right? Peace, South 3. Hopefully that gets him. See, he needs a little bit of help. See what they have going on here. Could be Storm, could be Delver, could be Check Pile. Storm or Check Pile. Badlands usually rules out Delver. From the Torak, yep. So I'm going to 4-color control that. Good example of why we waited on the Mishra's Bauble here. It looks like 4-color control. Alright, again, just going to go ahead and pass the turn. Dodge there. Dodge their discard spells here. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have a K command. Usually they play like 2 K commands or so. This is a Leovold. We want to do this in response. Abrupt Decay, sure. It's not K command, I guess. Closing in on our second Twitch baby, Petehead, with the 15-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. My cup explodeth over. We're gonna like snap decay my Mox Diamond. Sounds gross. Alright. If we hit another egg at some point here, we'll just like play the egg, play Grapeshot, kill the Deathrite Shaman. So I have subscribed to the Church of Carnage. It's just easy reasoning, right? Like, if you genuinely think something's so good that it should be banned, you should be playing the thing that you think shouldn't be legal. If your goal is to win, you should probably play the thing that you think is too good. Put your money where your mouth is. Leovold, gross. Yes, Fast Bond is very banned in Legacy. Well, we could technically Maze of Ith my opponent's things, but that's not going to be very appealing with Leovold. Man, this has been a pretty rough set of leagues today. Am I going to have to buy some more play points? Pretty low. Gosh, down to the last 1,200. Oh, I've got 26 chests. Alright, that's fine. God bless Grixis Shadow. We're going to have to play some Grixis leagues. Grixis Delver, Grixis Shadow. Our best chance to win here is an end step, Cunning Wish into untap, do some stuff to you. You have this Boseiju to force it through. We could just rip Ad Nauseam, right? And like cast it off Boseiju and Zuran Orb a bunch of health back in response. Sure. How's it going? It's been kind of a tough night. We're We're getting dunked on pretty hard by pretty much everything we've played. We 4-1 the first league with Grixis Shadow, and it's all just gonna kind of... The legacy memes have not been powerful this evening. Again, not using these mazes because my opponent will get to draw cards with this card. Alright, I'm gonna pack it into this Jace. What do we need to donate for a 12-hour Grixis stream? Card using banned of tournament gameplay rather than concern. Surely it is not possible to force yourself to play with such cards. No, I'm talking about from a power level perspective, not from a do you think this card is miserable, so you should play. I think if it's too strong, you should be playing it. If you genuinely think something is too strong, you should be playing it. I guess Flusterstorm's like okay against this card, but this card honestly isn't that good against us. I think I'm just gonna run it back. God, Lantern Control, that deck. Why is that allowed to be a deck? Eggs isn't okay, but Lantern's a deck. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? It's Chalice for 1-on-1. And the second piece to our combo. Sweet. I wonder if this deck just wants more copies of Dark Depths to hit that half of the combo more consistently. I could see that being a reasonable thing, just like fit more whatever it's called, Dark Depths in here, 1 to 2 more. We'll try that next time. Take a look at the mana base, maybe cut a spell even. So I'm actually going to go against my traditional advice here and use this now, because if my opponent has a Hymn to Torak next turn, I want a chance to keep my Dark Depths in my hand. So I am intentionally drawing this card on their turn, so that way if they hymn me, I have a chance to keep this Dark Depths and Depths combo them next turn. Probably getting K commanded here at end step. Shatter discard. Or Abrupt Decay, perhaps. Feels like 3 mana, so probably Decay. Or K command. I keep the Cunning Wish to backup combo for this Dark Depths doesn't pan out. There's a Temur Energy deck in Standard. Yeah, that deck's pretty good. A couple people won some tournaments with that. Chose to shuffle their Ponder. That's good for us. Alright. Digging deep here. Digging deep. Are you dead yet? Do you have a Diabolic Edict, opponent? We're not here to not go for it, okay? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I'm not here to not go for it. So this becomes a copy of Dark Depths. We keep this one and make it 2020. Menjizo is locking up because my opponent's conceding because I went for it. Yep. All right. Good talk. Good talk. Do I want these Flusterstorms? I guess they're good at protecting my K commands. Sure. Let's cut this Grapeshot. A few more tournaments to see if it's good or not. Right? Got this Bog. The Bog really doesn't do a lot. Maybe that's my last Dark Depths in the main deck. Like get a third one in here. Like I like that idea. I like that idea the more I think about it. Just like a little more redundancy. A Karakas picks Leovold up, which can stall a little bit and tie their mana up, which is nice. That seems fine, right? This hand actually combos on turn 2, right? I don't have any opinions on... No, I don't think so. I think I just want them in the deck. I don't have any educated or informed opinions on Standard, so I'm better off just like not talking about it. Another Lotus Petal. Well, that's great. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna play this out on 1. Unlike a lot of people that stream Magic, or probably just stream in general, when I don't know something, I'm just going to tell you I don't know what it is. I'm not going to like make stuff up and try and like act like some kind of authority on something that I have no business being an authority on. There's a lot of that on the internet. We don't need me spewing on top of it. When I'm supposed to keep this in hand as him to Torok Insurance, that's very possible. If my opponent just passes to us here again, I'm not sure I want to go for it. I feel like they're going to have Diabolic Edicts in their deck after that first game. Yeah, I think I'm just, especially with that missing a land drop here, I think I'm just going to blow this Engineered Explosives up. Just going to go ahead and pop this and get rid of this Deathrite Shaman. Play this Tolaria West next turn, probably. Amateur legal, medical, and investment advice, right? But I mean, like, even just in, like, the scope of Magic the Gathering, like, I don't know everything in Magic. I love when I see someone streaming a deck for the first time, and they start speaking like they're an authority on, like, this matchup's good or bad or otherwise. It's like, you don't actually know what this matchup's like. Don't lie to people. And it's possible that I just, like, lost this game by not going for it here, right? Like, maybe I'm just supposed to make them have it. Like, we might be getting, like, K-commanded here. Like, shatter my Mox, make me discard a card. Alright, I'll ditch a West. Alright, I'm kind of happy they didn't shatter my Opal. My opinion on Bitcoin. To be good again, the format would have to be more interactive. Ancient Tomb. Huh. If I play this, I can't Cunning Wish for a Flusterstorm and play it in the same turn. Alright, let's just play this and pass. Okay, opponent's just passing. That's good for us. This is the same as Ancient Tomb because it makes Dark Depths make mana. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Cunning Wish here. Oh, I brought both my Flusterstorms in, didn't I? Said I didn't need him in the board. I'm so dumb. Alright, well, I guess we do this, right? And just go get the Ad Nauseam. Just, like, put him in the squeeze here. Remember when someone said to leave one in the board, and I was like, nah, dog, it's fine. Ain't need that. Flashing in Snapcaster response. So I want to cast this Ad Nauseam here. Part of me wants to cast this Ad Nauseam. Subscribe on the channel. Yep, I'll get you a link. You have to do it through the web browser. Oh, I don't have a subscribe button below my thing, do I? God, I'm dumb. I don't remember what the link is. I'm sorry, offhand. You have to do it through the browser. You can't do it from the actual app because Apple's rules for subscribing are weird. So they have to have Edict plus Force here now is what we're getting them to. We're Ad Nauseam for our entire deck. Our entire deck is the answer. Literally just pick the entire deck up. Oh, if they go to kill us, we just draw our deck in response, right? And then we can get Flusterstorm that way. I'm assuming they have the Force of Will here, right? I'm assuming we're about to get forced here. We're not getting Force of Will. Alright, so they're dead. So they didn't have both. They didn't have both axes covered. There's a Grapeshot in my board, right? I boarded out the Grapeshot. Yeah, so our entire deck costs 19. And then we drew 3, so there were 16 left in our deck, and we started at 18 health. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're able to catch us live here. Our Flusterstorm's in here somewhere. Somewhere there are Flusterstorms that are going to stop this Diabolic Edict. And we'll be 2-2. It's the smartest, thinnest Ad Nauseam player here. This is fun. I've never had both combos simultaneously. Usually someone concedes long before then. Would you like to repeat this process? Nah, that's fine. Make blue mana. Flusterstorm you. Same targets. Got him. Got him. We have a second Flusterstorm for Mindbreak Trap. It's cool. We're covered. All right, sweet. 2-2. Let's see if we can roll out and get this last one in here. Roll out. Roll out. Drew a whole deck and killed with Merit Leech. Exactly. Get him. Yeah, so I think thinking about this deck and like seeing how these games are playing out and like the games where we're winning, the games where we're not, we honestly probably just want 4 Dark Depths in this deck. Probably just want 4 Dark Depths in this deck just to like do that as consistently as possible. just so we can consistently pressure from both sides of the spectrum, the Cunning Wish Ad Nauseam side and the Dark Depth side. Keep. Last scene playing Reanimator. Okay. Add a Mox Diamond? Maybe. We're at 3 Mox Diamonds because, like, when you're comboing Mox Diamond's kind of awkward. Look at this Storm count, exactly. Alright, this is my hand, opponent. We're gonna get Force of Will. This hand's really bad if this Chalice gets forced. Opponent has conceded from the game. Alright, I am gonna assume they're on Reanimator and bringing these Tormod scripts based on what MTGO has told me, or based on what MTGO bot has told me here. So I'm gonna bring in these scripts, I'm gonna cut this EE. I'm gonna cut this Tabernacle. I'm gonna cut this Boseiju. Bring these Flusterstorms too, probably. Yeah, let's do that. Might get to cash this league. Might get to cash this league. What mulliganed? Please be a deck the Crypt is good against. Please be a deck the Crypt is good against. Oh, you know what? I should have played these right. Okay, so not Reanimator. Yeah, we draw our entire deck and there's a Grapeshot in our deck. Weird. Okay, so this Tormod script is not good, is what you're saying. We've boarded incorrectly. The Flusterstorms are probably still fine. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pass the turn. It's a good draw, right? I want my Boseijus in my deck here. Taxian Probe, maybe? Delver, sure. All my Engineered Explosives in my deck. Clean these up. Red Elemental Blast. Okay, so they know what's up with us because they boarded that in after seeing our Chalice of the Void. I guess they saw Stage as well, right? We have no Tormod script here that's just useless right now. Maybe I should say that for Storm Count with a Grapeshot. I boarded Grapeshot out, right? Yes, I did.
Your wife is starting to get hangry.
Hangry? Well, we're on the last match here.
Hurry up and lose.
Hurry up and lose. What great support from my lovely wife.
The faster you lose, the faster I get to eat.
Opponent commented nice Crypts. I told him I figured they needed a free one after they conceded that first one. God, you're cold.
My heart.
Like if these were engineered explosives, we'd be in a great shape right now, right? They just wouldn't have a clock. Tolaria West or Dark Depths are what we're looking for here. All right, so we're gonna take like, they're probably gonna flip this. Or probably dead here. Yeah, I agree. They're probably spookies in the house. Opponent new to board in Red Blast after seeing what we started on. Or they're just like familiar with the stream and knew what we were doing from Mox Opals and nonsense. Really, we didn't flip. Weird. So we're taking 5 here. Dead to Price of Progress at any point. All right, game 3. There's a whole third game. I'm sorry, I know it's tough. It's tough being you. All right, so
just mull to 3.
Just mull to 3, she says encouragingly. We'll board these Tormod scripts out. These engineered explosives are excellent. I actually think, is Grapeshot better or is Flusterstorm better in this matchup? I don't need Karakas. Grapeshot or Flusterstorm? Grapeshot can kill their dorks. Flusterstorm's probably better. Let's just submit. Oh, no, wait, I want my Tabernacle. Wait, no, Magic Online, come back.
Haha. You better resubmit it.
Yeah. Just gonna cut those and do this. I want my Tabernacle, I think, here. Did we get it? We did get it, sweet. Love to play first. Yeah, that seems okay, right? I get to go ahead and play Engineered Explosives for one-on-one.
I'd eat without him if I could leave the house without him with the kids. Do the kids? I can't leave the kids.
So what am I binning to this Mox Diamond? So we're definitely doing this and doing this. This will buy us some time. I think we're setting up to lands combo them here. So I think we want to play this and bin this Boseiju. We can set up to land combo in 2 turns from now. We need another mana producing land, but that's not a big deal. It's in your hand. They're probably a Price of Progress deck and not a Wasteland deck. We got 2 shots at an untapped mana producing land here. Tolaria West for stage, so then we combo them in 2 turns. If we miss on the transmute for this, we could always have this up for next turn to just clear their board off.
Hate the font.
On what?
Cards.
Yeah, everything's ugly about it. That is not the mana producing land we are looking for. They have a Spell Pierce in their hand, so I guess I'm just playing this and passing the turn. It at least stalls for us, right? Like encourages them to go wide. Yep. Have 5 cards left. I think I'm just going to take 1 inside of combat. If they play like a bolt or something in response here before damage happens, I'm probably going to pull the trigger on the EE. But just taking 1 seems fine otherwise. I'm just going to go ahead and crack this now, get my mana resource in. Basically take their threats off the table. Now they need 2 threats to start getting through because this Maze of Ith holds down the first one. That's Ancient Tomb, that's great.
Can you scoot over so I can stand on the nice thing too?
So I can stand on the nice thing too. Alright, so transmute this. Hopefully we don't get stifled. God, you're so annoying. Who's watching our children?
They're eating. They're fine.
Yep, upstairs. So Price of Progress is definitely how we lose this game. Yep. So they've Spell Pierce, 2 cards we don't know. So we need to survive 2 turns here. If we dodge Price of Progress, we're going to be in a pretty good spot here. I suppose if they're on the Wasteland configuration, Wasteland's pretty bad for us as well. We're certainly not getting out of this as Cunning Wish. They have Spell Pierce in their hand and probably other counters as well.
You should have boarded in a better card.
I don't have better cards. When you only play bad cards, you don't have better ones to board in.
But the food's all over the place when I'm sitting right next to them anyways. What's the difference?
Doesn't matter. It's gonna get messed up anyways. Smash the smithereens, sure. So we have to go ahead and maze this. Nope, just doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I'm sure the turn come back to me here. They can pop me for smash my diamond. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stage copy Maze of Ith. Might as well. So now we're at 10. Okay, so I'm playing this. I should play around Price of Progress, right? Who thinks we should play around Price of Progress? So we can play around Price of Progress here by making a 2020 at sorcery speed. Does that get blown out by anything? It plays around Wasteland too, right? Like, pretty low probability that they have a Jace the Mind Sculptor in their burn deck, right?
He only has 3 cards in hand. He might not have the things you think.
You're not wrong. So, like, we definitely die to Price of Progress if we don't go for it here. So
they always have the cards that kill you.
They're not wrong. Alright, so blue, red Delver. Anyone have a current blue, red Delver? Don't play around Price, just die. Look, there are fun bucks on the line. Yeah, I think we're supposed to sorcery speed this here. So we'll go to 8 off of activating the Ancient Tomb, but that means we'll only have 3 non-basic lands, which means the price will only do 6 to us. Keep this one. Make a 2020. I guess this technically blocks us for a turn.
Why do the colors change when it pops up?
No. I'm gonna play this out. I guess this gets Spell Pierce, so maybe I should have waited a turn. Nope. Okay, do they have another Smash to Smithereens? I guess this doesn't play around land smash price. But if they have land smash price, I think I'm okay with that. Chain Lightning me? Okay. We could just get triple bolted out of the game, right? But we didn't have anything to play around that, so yep. Alright. Good beats.
Aww. For you.
Yep.
One more? No, that's not.
Now they have to fetch for mana. Alright. And that's all she wrote. And my opponent was a dick in chat, so I'm going to make them wait 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Kind of a sad end to a rough set of leagues. I will catch all of y'all around later. And remember, be rude. Get rude 2 back. I will be back tomorrow morning with some more Magic, my normal 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Start Time.